Hello, everybody. My name is He-Man.
I'm Sexy Daddy, aka Drew.
And I'm ABSDSGO, aka Alex.
So, you just won our Smash tournament that we hosted, our third one, and you absolutely dominated Cruz. Like, it was disgusting what you did.
Yeah, can you give us, like, a recap of it from your perspective?
So I wanted to go. I picked Ridley because it's like, oh, that'll be fun. Because I felt confident in our crew anyway. Because Crit's obviously really good, John's really good, and Alchemic, he's getting really good. So it's like, I can go Ridley. I'll take a few stocks maybe. We'll see how it goes. And then when I realized how little everyone knew the Ridley matchup there, I was like, oh, this can be fun. Because Ridley's a pub stomp if you don't know what to do against him.
Yeah, I swear none of us have ever played against Ridley here. Like, we played against Ridley online, or occasionally someone played
I haven't
Ridley.
even fought a Ridley online.
Really?
I've never even fought Ridley.
Oh, crap. Why is my audio out?
But, when we had to go up against your team, I went with I talked to my team, and I was like, I've never fought Ridley. Like, what do we do? Like, who goes first?
It's funny because I was telling my team, it's like, we got this as long as they don't send in you first. Because Lord knows I can't fight DDD with Ridley.
Man, and it's funny because I put me third. So, yeah, you knocked out two of my guys before you got to fight me.
Yeah, that Wario player, he was a really solid player, though.
He's
one
good.
I wish I could have played. I wish I could have played with him more in, like, singles. Because he did a lot of good things with Wario, and I felt like there was a few little touch-ups I could have taught him since I've played a bunch of Wario in this game. So I'm sad. So I'll have to hopefully get to play with him next time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to make it because of work.
Yeah, he's going to miss, like, the next two. But,
That's a rip.
Hopefully he'll, like,
still
move into, like, a new house and be able to have good internet and play online.
Maybe hopefully he can start practicing and stuff, like, more whenever he can squeeze it in, because he's going to be working like a crazy amount of hours a week, because it's like mandatory overtime where he's working.
That's fair. Work comes first.
Yeah. I'm just glad my work's lenient enough to let me have those days off on the Saturdays.
Yeah.
Same. Too. Especially because I'm my own boss, so I get to choose. If I want any day off, I just have it.
Heck yeah, what's your job?
I'm in charge of school daycare.
Heck
Funny enough. Job no one ever expects, but...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's tiring most days, but I enjoy it.
Do you ever bring Smash there and, like, you're like, hey, let's play this fun little game, and then you, like, kick all their butts?
I have once or twice back in Smash 4, and not gonna lie, there was one kid there who's in 6th grade. Kid was solid. Like, because he was taking stocks off me, like, even when I played Bayo. So it's like, you're pretty good. It's like,
wow,
it's a shame you're so young. If you're older, I would try and take him to tournaments, but he was so young, and it's like, oh well.
That's funny.
You should tell him, keep practicing.
Yeah, that's what I told him. It's like, he could be really good.
There's a lot of middle school kids here that, like, are surprisingly really good, like Xeno Shinx.
I mean, over in one state, there's an 11-year-old who just beat Tyroy not that long ago.
Jeez.
At House of Pain. He's in Illinois somewhere, so it's like anyone can be good. Like, you can't sleep on anyone in this game, especially.
For sure. There's like one really little kid. His name's Gigi, and he was really good as Pichu. Like.
I saw him. Yeah, he was impressive.
I don't know how old he is, but he was like... He beat one of our friends, Chris, like 3-0. It was beautiful.
Yeah, he was super impressive watching him. Like, I was kind of shook. Not gonna lie. I was impressed overall with the players I played down in Madisonville.
Heck yeah.
I feel like we all still have a lot of work if we try to hold a candle against you guys. But... we're going to get better and better and better. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I mean, because I was confident going into the tournament that I would probably be, like, top 3 because I knew who some of your guys' better players were. And it's like, I know I'm pretty good, and Crit told me like how I would do, but like I almost lost game 1 of my round 1, and I was just like, oh wow.
Whoa, who'd you fight round 1?
I don't remember his tag. He was a snake player, and it really threw me off guard because he played such an unconventional snake that it almost worked.
I think it's
And then
I'll check.
and then I almost lost to a Little Mac as well. So it's like,
Oh no.
Oh, that's a Neospawn.
Oh
yeah. He took me to last stock both games when I played Palu. So I was like okay, I'm liking this.
Dang, that's so cool.
I like a challenge.
Yeah, he faced Dinker round 1.
That's so cool. I didn't know that he played Snake.
Yeah.
By the time I got the Blizza, though, it was like I was so in the zone at that point that it was like I was ready.
Oh yeah,
And
Blizza's like definitely one of our top players.
He plays a niche gimmick character, and it works really well because most people don't know Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
Evansville has had Kirby practice for the last 5 years almost. So it's
Whoa.
like, because we've had retro, so it's like I was so ready going into that match that it's like, okay, it's just Kirby. He can't do anything.
Man, I wish I could feel that way about Kirby. I still like. Still catches me off guard like so much.
I still have PTSD.
Yeah, like it took me a few years to learn that character and all of like his little tricks, but by the time I learned it, it's just like once you learn what to do against him, he can't do like anything, and it's kind of sad, honestly, because he's a cool character, but it just doesn't work.
I know his copy mechanic is like so fun.
It's really good with some characters too. Like it makes some of his matchups with high and top tiers actually pretty decent. Like Olimar, for example.
Yeah.
Because his Pikmin throw is better than Olimar's. So.
Dude, I watched there's this one like Kirby YouTuber I watched that made like a tier list of like the best copy abilities to have, and it was really interesting.
Please tell me Monado was like the number 1. Because
Monato's
Monato's busted.
It was definitely really high up there. I don't remember where it was though.
Because he has true 0 to deaths off of Monato with art switching, and it's insane.
Holy cow!
So, how do you feel about Joker?
He's cool. I love what they did with him. Will I play him in tournament? No. That's how I feel. Like I feel like he's pretty good. Time will tell. I think he's going to be a low-high tier. He has all the tools to be good because he's like Sheik, but better. But I don't know. I feel like our scene, once it gets figured out, is going to become a not as good as it seems kind of gimmick. And he's going to I think he has a better chance of falling than he does rising on the tier list. But he could do either, is how I feel about it.
Like, what I've noticed are really the abuse our scene is getting the Joker player in grab combos because it utilizes his time goes down and also dealing damage to him makes him go down faster. So I noticed if you manage to get him in the grab combos, he gets around a lot faster.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get murdered by fast small characters because of stuff like that. Characters that can pressure him super hard and he can't hit with like landing back air are gonna be a nightmare for him. Like Pichu, I don't see that matchup being anywhere close to good.
I've been having a lot of fun with the character myself, and I've honestly been thinking about maining him. Like, I've really enjoyed playing him. Really enjoyed playing him, so.
He's mad fun, and I use his stage constantly because I'm a insanely big Persona fan, so.
Heck yeah, like, were you... Oh, sorry, you go.
I fangirled like so hard when they started playing the Persona 4 music, especially, because Persona 4 is my favorite game of all time, so it's like, whenever they put that in there and put in the Yu Narakami skin, I lost it.
That's cute.
I was more pumped for that than Joker.
Did you freak out when he was first announced?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can ask guys like Trivium and John, because I was at Trivium's house, because we were watching the Game Awards and we were going to play Smash, and I was like on the floor. I was so shocked.
I was at like the midnight Best Buy Smash release, and like I was watching it on my phone, but I kind of like tuned out. And then like I like see like the Smash logo or something, and I'm like, what? And we had to like rewind it back.
See, because like I was with John and Triv, and like John was freaking out because he thought it was just Persona 5 for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, that's cool. Persona 5 for the Switch. I mean, I've already beaten it like 3 times. That's cool though. And then I saw down in the corner it said E10 and up, and I'm like, wait, Persona's not anywhere close to E10 and up. I'm intrigued now. And then that's when I knew this has to be something Smash related, since I knew they would probably announce the character, since they had like the new trailer every hour during the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're gonna announce something. Was it Joker what I expected? No, not in the slightest.
I don't think anyone was expecting that.
It was a very welcome surprise, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Man, I can't believe you beat Persona 5 3 times.
I've
Holy
only
cow.
played like 40 hours of it, and then I got Smash, and then Smash was the only game I've really been playing.
Mm-hmm.
I have like
I've
over
put-
600 games in my Steam library, over like 20 exclusives PS4 games, and I haven't played any of them, but I've been playing a lot of Smash when I do play games.
Like, I've put over 200 hours in Persona 5 and like 170 in Persona 4.
Sheesh.
I've
Must be
100%ed both games, so
Heck
I spent
yeah.
a lot of time on them.
Man, I want to play Persona 5, but it's not on the dang Switch. But at least I
It's-
can play Persona Scramble.
It's worth getting a PS4 or even getting a PS3 and just playing the PS3 version of Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth doing either one of those because it's so worth it.
It's a really fun game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it when I was playing it.
You know what else is on the PlayStation? Parappa the Rapper. That's a
That
classic.
game is phenomenal as well. That's one of my favorite childhood games.
Oh man. Well, I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to want to go to tournaments?
So I knew of competitive Smash like when I was in high school, because one of my best friends to this day, he used to play Melee semi-competitively, and like in study hall we would play Melee on his laptop. Like he had the adapter, we'd bring in our controllers and we played Melee, and it was
So
like
cool.
so we did that, and then I was like, I'm okay at it. I never want to play it like at a tournament level, but I enjoyed it. And then Smash 4 came out, and I started messing around with it, and I made Little Mac at the start, and I was doing really good just on like For Glory and all that, like a lot of people were early on. So it's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go try and like find a tournament one day in Evansville, see if we have one, because I had someone mention it to me when I was trying to buy amiibos, because it's like, he's like, hey, come down to Evansville Esports, we have tournaments. It's like, okay, I'll think about it. So after a while, after a few character changes, I went to a weekly just randomly, and like it was like FNF 12, which we're on year 5 now, which is crazy to me. I'm like, we'll see how it goes, and entered both Melee and Smash 4. Melee went 0-2 and got pub stomped horribly, like horribly. It was bad, and it's like, oh well, I guess I'll try Smash 4 as well, see how that goes. And then next thing I know, I'm in like winter semis of like a 30-person bracket, beating like the number 3 in Evansville at the time, a guy named Chuck Roast. And it's like, maybe I can do something with this. It's like, maybe I can make a hobby out of this. And then the very next week I went 0-2, which was pretty rough, but it made me want to come back and get better. And I just kept coming back. And once I got to a point where I was starting to like be able to take stocks or games off some of our best players consistently, that's when it's like, I want to try and go somewhere else and see how I go, like see how I do. And it was like, it just grew from there.
That's pretty neat.
So how much did you practice then when you were going to those tournaments? Because I know you say you don't really play that much now. You really just play.
I never really hardcore practice. I studied what I should have done. I like studied what I should do, but I never really like played as much. So all I would really do is I would maybe play like an hour or two of For Glory in Smash 4, and that was it. I didn't go into training mode once until Bayonetta came out.
Wow.
That's when I started going into training mode and practicing combos for every so often.
Did you main Bayonetta pretty hard in Smash 4?
Oh yeah, because in this game, like I'm very like switch heavy. I switched a decent amount in Smash 4. Like I had a few secondaries that were really good because like I I could play Game and Watch and do really good. Mario, Donkey Kong, like those characters. But Bayonetta was my definite. If someone knew me, they knew me for Bayonetta. Was what it was, because I was PR'd in Indiana at one point for that character, and then number one in Bloomington as well. So it was like me and her had a lot of history in that game.
That's so cool. I'd love to see like you play as Bayonetta.
But I wish she functioned in this game, but she really doesn't. And it makes me kind of sad because I understand why she got nerfed, because she was pretty ridiculous. Because near the last few months, I perfected a 0 to death that was true on any middleweight and higher character off of one down tilt, so a frame 4 option and neutral that's disjointed. So it's like, I don't miss her, but I really miss her at the same time for those reasons.
That sounds pretty disgusting. Just like, yeah, I hit you with the down tilt, and now you're dead.
I got a lot of refused fist bumps and a lot of thrown controllers.
Whoa, for real?
In my day. Yeah, I had one guy get so angry that he like straight up like fully punched my hand and like bruised all my knuckles.
Oh, no.
It was fun.
Aw. How did that feel? Like, that must have been really lame.
Most of it I can just shake off and just like laugh it off. There were a few moments that were kind of iffy. Like when I got sent, this was one that was like a big thing for me. It was when she was pre-patched, so before she got slightly nerfed. I got anonymous death threats at one point.
Really?
I never figured out who did it, and I never really want to know at this point. Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 anonymous death threats from Bayo, and it's just like, it made me like really like nervous and like kind of sad at first, and then it dawned on me, it's like, well, I guess I'm doing something right. Yeah. If someone wants to waste that much time out of their day to send that, I'm doing something right.
Holy cow. Man, I'm so sorry they sent you that stuff.
It happened. It happened to all the Bayos. Like, I can understand people not liking her, but people never were able to separate character hate from person hate. They just kind of went together. It made all the Bayos, except for like a few, like closer to each other, and like all of them were good friends, because like I got to know a few of the top Bayos and talk to them, and they were super nice. And it was like, they never deserved any of the hate, but they played Bayo, so yeah.
Man, for real. Holy cow, that's some like Smash 4 history I didn't know about.
Yeah, Smash 4 was dark. Had a dark history at one point.
Aww.
I was on the front of a lot of it, because I played all the characters that were like the most hated at one point, because I played ZSS when she was really good. I played Rosalina when she was really good. I played Donkey Kong after the grab changes, and then I played Bayonetta. So it's like I played almost all of the characters that everybody absolutely hated at one point.
Jeez. Well, what I really like about you as a player is that you always change up who you play as, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I don't have one character that's just like, I only want to play them, because there's too many characters in this game. So
for the thumbnail for this video, I drew your Ridley, because I thought that was like the most iconic thing from the last tournament.
Oh, I think that one's pretty fitting. I agree. I
made
think
him...
that'd be a good one.
You go.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. A good call.
I made him like really big, and like he's holding the like winner's belt, but it's like really small in his like fingers.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Yeah, I was wondering who it was going to be. I was kind of hoping and assuming it would be Ridley. Because I love Ridley.
He's like you made everyone scared of Ridley now.
Like you tore, like
you
you literally went
eyes.
through 2 teams by yourself, and then you went through almost both our teams by yourself.
I would have loved like if someone did get to crit and they takes out Ridley again. That would have been so cool.
That was the thing. That's what we had planned, actually, is Crit was going to pick Ridley if he ever had to go in. Because he was practicing and learning how to play Ridley during the crew battles while I was playing, so just in case. Because originally, against one of the teams, it was the one that had BK and like Demente and all them. We were going to do all 4 Ridleys if I didn't take out the team by myself.
My gosh, why did you decide for that team to be only Ridley?
Because that one had that one had our Xbox friends and like the ones we usually travel with. So it's like, if we're gonna BM anyone and go all Ridley, that's the one to do it to. It's like we know them too well. It feels right to do it to them.
Man, that was cool.
Okay, I gotta talk about the grand finals now.
Okay.
That's a hollow victory, and I don't like it because we haven't done our set. We haven't played a set since because we've never met in bracket, so it feels hollow, and I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
feel bad.
You guys are gonna have to throw down like with during some free time in the tournament, or try to get matched up against each other. So, like just play through the bracket, get face each other again, redeem.
I wonder how it would have gone if you guys were able to keep fighting.
He even told me he thinks I would have won because he knew I was gonna play Mario, but he knew due to time constraints I wouldn't because my Mario games go like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he even told me, because that's why he said one reason why he like just admitted defeat for the second set is because he knew I wasn't picking characters based on their win. It was, if I'm gonna win, these characters can do it the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wolf, for example, because if like Wolf gets going, Wolf can just win at any point. So it's like, I think I would have won, but I feel like he's also not giving himself enough credit because he was playing really good. So it's like,
yeah, he was.
Odds were in my favor. I think that I would have won, but I can't say 100% that it would have went for me. That's for sure. Hopefully, me and him will be friends next time.
Yeah.
The first 2 games you played Wolf, and then the next game you played
Wii Fit, I think.
Trainer, and then you played Pit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was wondering, what were you guys just playing around on those? Because I saw y'all laugh when you picked the Sky Temple stage. He played Palutena and you played Pit.
Yeah, he laughed, but also got mad at me whenever I picked Palutena's Temple because he thought I was finally gonna ditto him because he wanted me to ditto him the entire tournament. Like that's all he wanted was for me to Palutena ditto him. So I think it frustrated him that I refused to do it. So.
Wow.
You're known for your Palutena, aren't you?
That's what I'm PR'd for in Evansville.
Yeah, that's what I saw. The picture.
I wouldn't say I'm known for any character per se. That was just the one that, because I mostly got on our PR for beating Sheikh Zula 6 sets in a row.
Oh, snap.
And that was mostly with Palutena. So it was like that. She felt like the best pick because her, Inkling, Olimar, Mario, there's a lot of characters that I could be known for at this point.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, cool. I'd love to see your Olimar.
That's something really you don't hear often. Yeah, I played him at one of our weeklies and it went really well. So
you watch a lot of Shuton and DeBuzz?
Only Myron. He's my favorite one to watch, so I study him a lot.
Yeah, he placed second at Pound 2019.
Yeah, I love his style because he's the most like aggro Olimar.
Mm-hmm.
So I love watching him. He's great.
So how do you feel about the meta of the Smash tournaments? Because it was Tweak and NKLeo winning like every single tournament, and then the most recent tournaments they've been placing like 7th and 8th when they play. Like the 2GG Prime Saga and the Pound 2019, they both were like 7, 8.
Honestly, I think this meta frustrates me right now. Because I feel like it's not per se the best players winning. Because this is kind of hard to explain, but basically in Smash 4, for example, it felt more like the player was winning, not the character, unless it was maybe like Bayo or Cloud. This game, it feels a lot more like the character is winning, if that makes sense. Because it's like, it's good that anyone can win a tournament right now, but I think it's also bad that anyone can win a tournament right now. Because
Do you want another Zero winning 55 some odd tournaments in a row?
I don't ever want something like that again. But I want a more definitive like top 3.
Me too. Like I kind of liked having I know Mkaleo and Tweak's the best, but also kind of interested where this is gonna go because it's like at the same time they're showing other people showing lots of promise too, to showing that they're also could be the best. So I'm interested in where this is gonna go.
Do you have a favorite? Oh, sorry,
you go. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if you had a favorite Smash pro player.
Ooh, favorite pro player. He's not really doing much in this game. I'd say overall it would be Fatality, just because he is the by far nicest player I have ever played and talked to, like out of any like high level player.
Cool. Where'd you meet him at?
COS 2018. It was in Columbus last year. Funny enough, he even told me that was like one of the most tense sets he's ever played against like a person like he's just traveled to, like mid-level pools, because both games I would have won if I didn't miss input last hit, because I had the game won twice, and he even told me, he's like, I should have lost that set, but he only won because of my nerves, because obviously playing a top player and coming that close, because it was right after he got ranked in the top 20 as well, so it was like, in my mind, it's like, I almost beat him, I can win this, but it was also so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I imagine it was. I mean, he's been doing some work with Captain Falcon and some small tournaments.
It's a shame the character's not good, though.
I know, right?
I know.
Like,
makes me sad.
Falcon's not great at all. I think, so I'd say Fatality or like Locust. Those are two of my favorites. Fatality, Locust, and like Ally.
Yeah, Ally 1 pound 2019.
Yeah, Ally is also up there in contention for best player in the world, just because the world doesn't know how to fight Snake yet.
Oh man, Snake is so wild.
The whole entire battlefield's littered with grenades. Just like,
I'm of a firm belief Snake's actually not like, he's good, but he's not like that amazing like a lot of people think he is.
I feel the same way.
People need to figure him out, because I think Snake's like a top 15 character, but that's it. It's like, because he's not like top 5 like a lot of people would think. It's like, because it's like, oh, he's getting results, but no one knows how to fight him at all. In my opinion.
I'm sure later on he's gonna go more and more down the tier list, not super far down, but I'm sure less people are gonna use him once they get past the gimmick.
Oh yeah, he's one of the few top tiers that I see falling, for sure. I think him and like Pichu are gonna fall, at least a little bit.
Why do you think Pichu's gonna fall?
I think Pichu is a giant gimmick, personally. And I think once that gimmick gets figured out, Pichu's just gonna suffer heavily for it. I might be wrong. I'll admit he's the one character I feel like is the biggest 50-50, because I can admit that there's also a chance that he rises the number 1 in the game, because he has that potential as well. Because for all we know, there's more stuff we don't know about him. So it's like he could either be the best in the game, or he could just like fall to like 9 or 10. I think him and Wolf are gonna fall though.
Yeah.
I mean, I played Wolf before I felt no pro was playing them at the time, and I was like, yeah, this guy's awesome. And then all the pros started playing him. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, I felt cool. Felt like I was a niche. Just like...
That's why I got main DDD. Not too many people play him.
Hey, Zacky's really good.
Yeah.
Zaki, whatever his name is.
Then you got Atomisk, and there's another one.
Big D.
Yeah, Big D. He's more Ices now, but...
Yeah, he is.
Which I don't know why he would go to Ices.
Hey, he pulled off some cool stuff at Ices.
See,
I guess he likes characters with mallets.
See, Ices can do some super amazing things, but it doesn't mean much when Nana just walks off the stage by herself 90% of the time anyway.
That's how I feel too. Like, it's so cool seeing these like awesome like combo videos on like YouTube and Twitter. Like, oh my god, they're insane, but no one's ever gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, because like on the way home from Bloomington this weekend, because we went to a tournament up there, I was playing with Papa Peace in the car, and like I was doing all these cool desync things with Ices and like getting all these cool combos, But there was a common trend. I would do all these cool combos, but at the end of the day, it would still say Snake wins. So, like, no matter how many cool things you can do, Nana's so much of a liability that it just doesn't work, and it's sad.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. Hey, up there in Evansville, have you guys been playing with custom stages a lot?
Surprisingly, we haven't touched them at all. Funny
That's
enough.
not surprising to me.
Have you made any custom stages?
I have not. I have one I'm gonna make. It was an Evansville Classic, so I'm gonna make it and try and run it as like a joke one day.
Awesome.
Because basically all it is it was Smashville, except the only ledges were on the moving platform, and that's it. So the stage itself had no platforms. It was only on the moving ledges. Or the ledge was. So it's like, it was awful, but it was so fun.
That's awesome.
Now it would kind of suck since you could make the platform not move, but that's besides the point.
That's really cool. I have like so many great custom stages.
I love all the anime ones I've seen.
Yeah. A lot of memes. A lot of Steve Harvey for some reason too.
Big Yoshi.
Man, who doesn't love them some good old Steve Harvey? I mean,
Yeah.
Dude's a living meme.
Yeah. I like fighting on his mustache.
Is there
That
a
does
Dr.
sound
Phil
fun.
stage? You are not a monster. This
I
is
would-
Smash.
I would play on a Dr. Phil stage any day of the week. I love Dr. Phil. I think he's pointless, but I love him.
Do you like Dr. Mario?
Not my favorite doctor.
So who do you think would be like a character that would be revealed in the next few fighter passes?
I'm calling it now, and you can quote it here. E3 is going to be a double release. They're going to announce Edric early in the week from Dragon Quest, and nobody's going to care because why would they? And then at the end of the week, they're going to be hyping up another announcement, and they're going to announce Steve from Minecraft. Calling it now.
Steve.
I swear if they do Steve from Minecraft.
Because they're announcing a new Minecraft dungeon crawling like game that's going to be exclusive to the Switch.
Whoa.
They're gonna announce Steve from Minecraft. I have money on it with someone in Evansville.
All right, it's here. It's recorded.
So because me and Triv have $100 on Steve getting in Smash right now.
$100?
Yeah, on Steve getting in Smash.
What?
I'm that confident in that character getting in.
Holy cow! All right. Well, I'll think of you when he doesn't get in the game because he's so ugly.
He's gonna be dope. He's gonna get in.
What would he do?
His neutral B would be placing a block.
See, I feel like Steve's
Silly.
limitless since he has so many things.
Yes.
You could do so much with him. I think
His
he'd
down
be awesome.
B could be like him looking so ugly it makes the characters like instantly KO.
His down
Like-
B would be switching from his shovel to his his sword to his bow.
And he could have multiple stances. He has stuff like lava buckets. It's like you could do stuff with him for sure. I think he'd be really neat personally. I'm not even a huge Minecraft fan. I just think he'd be really neat.
I think
And I
it'd be
think-
neat too.
I think if you want a popular character that's gonna sell well, he's the best bet for a third-party character because Minecraft's mega huge everywhere, and it always will be. So it's
What
like
about Fortnite? No, just
I
kidding.
sure
I
hope
hate that
not.
game so much. I hate that game so much.
I agree. You
Hey,
know,
that's
I
something you and Wesley have in common. All he talks about is how much he hates Fortnite.
I hate it. I hate it.
Fortnite was a mistake, in my opinion.
Dude,
And
I
the only-
hated what it did to the game market. Stupid.
The only meme characters I ever want in Smash, because a lot of people want Fortnite for the meme. I want Steve and Sans.
Oh my gosh.
I would kill for Sans in
Dude,
Smash.
Sam's actually kind of fun. Just
Like,
like,
I would kill for him. I won't put money on him because I don't think he'll ever happen. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like his
I-
moveset would be very similar to Ness. They have
You-
a similar
you-
body shape.
Oh
and also
yeah,
have
because
you
they're,
seen all
they're
the
the same
animations?
character.
Yeah, they're pretty similar. Like,
I'm just looking forward to Steve so I can get $100 to gamble away. So
I can't believe that. You're crazy.
shouts to turning 21, by the way. I can now gamble away all the money I make in money matches. It's great.
Oh yeah, it was your birthday today, right? Or was it
yesterday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to the casino with $20, left with over 300. It was great.
Dude, heck yeah.
75-cent slots are broken.
You should make like a tier list of like lottery.
I swear my roommate Adam, he goes to the casino every once in a while. He'll go in like $20. He'll come out like 300 every time. Like,
Sheesh.
I'd be like, why do you just not do this for a living? Like,
Everyone I went with
really
went negative too, and it was so sad for them because they all went so negative, and I was just given $20 to just gamble with since it was my birthday, and it was just like I came out 300 ahead basically, and it's just like, okay, that's cool. I made a giant profit.
Thanks.
You guys only lost.
Over there crying, upset, and you're like, oh, making it rain.
Heck yeah.
And my sister and her fiance trying to win money so they can put it towards their honeymoon. They're just losing money while I'm just over here. You just keep hearing money roll in. It's like I feel bad for them, but at the same time I need this. So
wow, that's cool. I would love to like one day like bet on horses at a derby. Like that'd be
so
cool.
much fun. So much fun.
Have you been?
My family goes horse races at least once a year, and it's so much fun.
Cool. That's encouraging because like no one else in my friend group wants to go. I'm like the only one. Oh man.
As long as you don't go crazy on the bets, it's fun.
Come on, Wesley. Let's go bet on horses.
Maybe one day.
You totally should. It's a fun experience.
Maybe we should go to the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
Now that would be an insane experience. I would love to do something like that one day.
Dude,
go to
I'm
one of the big races.
I'm so ready to get my horse on.
It's like I usually feel good going to horse races too, because I have someone who can always tell when a horse is going to be fast. Since my sister helped raise and ride horses for like 15 years, so because of that, she usually has a good eye on if a horse looks like it's going to be decent or not, just by like looking at like the body shape and all that.
Ooh, cool.
So it's like because of her, we usually come out ahead. Not always, but
I like the names of horses in derbies. Like they always have like these weird ass names.
I loved it.
Helper.
Horse racing is so much fun.
Yeah, Wesley, we gotta go.
All right,
horse.
One of these days.
All right, well, Wesley, got any more hot questions?
I think I've asked pretty much the majority of them. I mean, I imagine this is not going to be the first and only time you'll be on. You'll be on more in the future because you're going to keep winning the tournaments. You're going to have to be on a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you pretty much answered all the ones we had written down and all the ones we have thought up at the moment. But
yeah. Looking forward to the next one.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
I'll see you a couple weeks from now.
I'm looking forward to that random side event especially.
Dude, random versus is going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I think I set the rule set up right.
You'll be like really, you'll be like OP in that mode.
So like, cause right now, like my gimmick go-to money match is doing like random 5v5 squad strikes. So random is it's my thing.
That's awesome.
I love random. Random is so much fun.
I used to money match like every week in Smash 4 especially. I would make like $10 a week just doing randoms against people because they always feel confident. Because it's like, there's a good chance I'll get someone I know, and I'm just sitting here like I know everyone. So
I love that. That's cool.
I like to get to a point where I'm like that. I know every character and just be anybody.
This game is hard. There's a lot of characters.
Yeah. How do you feel about Yoshi in this game?
Broken.
Dude,
Yoshi's the most slept on character in my opinion. Or
me
up there.
too. I've legitimately been playing Yoshi secretly, not telling you or a lot of people about this Yoshi. And Yoshi is so legit. It's crazy.
I can't believe this, Wesley.
His combo game is insane.
My old roommate solo mains Yoshi, and like I've been shown the light. That character is insanely good. Like I've messed around with him a bit as well. He has some matchups that are pretty bad, but otherwise he's like insanely good.
The fact that you can combo your up tilt into your up airs and just keep going.
He beats two of the best characters in the game, so he beats Pichu and Peach.
He's the worst
He's really
when
nasty.
to play as DDD.
I could imagine. That doesn't sound fun for DDD in the slightest.
There's like nothing you can do. Like Gordo, you can't do Gordos at all.
Also, those down airs are stupid.
Mhm.
Just. But yeah, I felt Yoshi's definitely the most slept on character. Like, I'm surprised I'm not seeing any more Yoshi postings. Like, I occasionally see a Yoshi show up somewhere, but not high.
There's one in up near New England that's insanely good and getting really good results. Suarez.
I haven't heard of that player.
He's been doing really good. He's beaten guys like Cosmos, and he's went to Game 5 against Light multiple times. He's beaten a few really like random top players, and he's just absolutely solid with the character. He's showing how good the character can be.
Heck yeah.
Is there any other characters you think people are sleeping on?
Oh yeah, there's a few. Dr. Mario, really slept on.
Dude, I really feel like Dr. Mario's better than Mario in this game.
I personally think so as well, but I can understand both sides. So he's a weird one. I can understand both sides.
His recovery's better.
Yeah.
Because you
yes
can do
and no.
The down airs, like, wait, is it the
The
down,
down
B,
B
sideways, and then the up B to get up? Like, you're able to recover from greater distance.
I think people are starting to realize how good he is, and I've been calling it since day one. Pac-Man is insanely slept on. I think he's a high tier minimum.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, Pac-Man's been posting some good results in Japan.
Yeah, people are finally starting to see my point of view on how good Pac-Man is, because he only got buffed, and he got a lot of good buffs from Smash 4.
Kirby got buffed. Kirby got like 7 buffs.
Kirby didn't rise. It's going to take a lot to make Kirby good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lucas is super slept on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many Lucases play. I see occasional Ness and pro tiers or whatever, pro players playing him, but I don't see much Lucas.
Ness is good. Ness is really good. He's not slept on just because Austin and Texas, but he's really good. He'll fall off though. He always does. So that's his gimmick.
Any others you can think of that's probably doesn't see much play? Dude, Wii Fit Trainer's actually really stupid. I've seen some awesome combo videos with Wii Fit Trainer, and I've seen some tournament play of.
She's pretty good. And then Mr. Game & Watch. Oh my lord.
Oh yeah,
that
Meister played
nuts.
him to a high degree.
That character is nuts. After sitting in a hotel room playing with Meister for like 3 hours at full bloom, I've been shown the light on that character. He's so good.
I would love to sit down with a pro player and just play with them for hours and hours and hours. I imagine I would get so much better from doing that.
Man, I'd love to play him too, like, because I don't know any good Game & Watches besides him.
It helped a lot. Because I could feel myself getting better. Because, I mean, we played probably like 30 games, and I only took one over his Game & Watch. So I did take one, which made me feel really happy. But
yeah, understand.
Like, he's nuts.
I played like over 100 games against Jeremy's Kirby as Wolf, and I managed to take 2. Like, I felt happy about those 2. I don't know why I struggle. Like, I always like slip up at the end.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a lot of players. That's a thing that I've always thought separates like a mid-level player from like a high-level player is how they handle last stock. Because obviously the first 2 stocks are important, but honestly they really don't matter that much compared to how important last stock is in any game. Because I've seen players who are really good, but they always choke away last stock, and it's just like because of that they're not getting any results and they're not showing the world that they're good. So it's like that's the biggest thing to me as a player is master last stock. If you can, like find a way to master last stock.
That's some good advice.
Yeah.
That's all I tried to practice for months. It was like I'd put myself in like a dangerous situation, just try and stay calm with it, and just hope I got better at it. And as I attended more tournaments and played more people, I started getting slowly better on it. Because once you learn other people's play styles, it gets easier, and then you can just keep rolling with it, and it helps a bunch. Because if you're good at last stock, you never feel like the immense pressure when you're just playing anyone, which is a good feeling. Because if you're feeling a lot of pressure, it's hard.
Yeah, it really is. I always try to make sure I'm like super confident going into a tournament.
I usually don't, funny enough. A lot of times I go in with the mindset I'm probably going to get bodied.
Wow.
Well, it's been great talking with you. It's great. I've been great, like, listening to a lot of your advice you've been telling us and a lot of the insights you have on, like, the gameplay, the game itself, and how you have your experience with pro players and hearing about your stories and stuff. It's been really interesting, and it's cool that you see somebody else that sees the same things I do about Yoshi and Dr. Mario. I swear, I thought those characters were both legit. Like, Dr. Mario's Force Smash has such a huge kill potential on it. Like, you can kill, like, almost mid-stage, like, 80% on some characters. It's, like, stupid.
He has true combos into it at, like, 20% that kill off the side, too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been a good conversationalist. You've been keeping the conversation going really well.
I like talking. It's basically my major in college, so... As a law student, it's basically my major.
Wow, that's cool.
It's really cool. Well, is there any last things you'd like to say? Any shout-outs? Any things you want to spit at us? Plug?
Yeah. Hey, anyone listening, follow Afterburner Esports on Twitter. It's great. Follow me as well, but I can understand if you don't want to, because my Twitter is kind of odd some days. But... yeah, that's about it. Follow and support Afterburner. Put that
link in the description.
Yeah, I don't know the exact @ for the Afterburner Twitter because I'm not in charge of it for good reason. So, because they don't trust me to be in charge, and I don't trust myself to be in charge of it, even though I'm the owner of the team. So,
I kind of feel the same way. Like, not that I'm saying, like, I wouldn't treat it good. Like, I wouldn't do anything with it. Like, the Discord, for example, I don't use our Discord at all. Because I don't really sit at my computer too much. I sit at it to edit and occasionally play games on it. So, or to do these podcasts. That's really what I do with it. Or record gameplay. But I don't really sit there and play on my Discord. So... I don't utilize it, so someone else picked that up and started working with the Discord, so I don't have to do that anymore.
I just love starting beef with people, honestly. And, it got to the point where it's it's probably better if I'm not in charge of the Afterburner Twitter, or as one day I might on accident tweet something on that. And that could end up bad.
It's gonna end up like Salem and Leffen.
Basically, I've had some beef with a few players before that got pretty intense at some points, so it's better if the Afterburner Twitter's not involved in that.
Those were your death threats.
I don't know, it might be. Ryuga's a scary dude, just saying. Don't pick a fight with him.
Oh my gosh.
He's bigger in person than he seems.
Well, it was great talking with you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Man.
And I'm Drew, a.k.a. Sexy Daddy.
And I'm Gio, so, yeah.
It's been great, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
You want to say something random out for... because we always like to end these podcasts saying something random.
Remove Wolf Blaster.